Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always said, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And Callaway, the ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right. Room here to run. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Eagles take over first down 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Another run here with Dobbins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll look to run with Edwards. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. Tucker's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Play action. It's Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
43 yards on the ground for him so far.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Offense at the line and set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That is caught by Callaway. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marquez Callaway, 43 yards. And the Colts extra point by Gain is up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, no two ways around it. Anytime you get the current #1 and #2 seeds in the AFC playing each other this late in a season, it's a big game.
It is definitely a big game, and not just for seeding and placement and such, but for trying to establish yourself as a team to beat. You want everyone else in the league to look at you and say, boy, it's going to be tough to knock those guys off.
Play action. Now Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
He did. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Taylor. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run here with Taylor. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And Gay knocks this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle, as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is,
and Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. He's got him in, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Gay's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And here's a handoff out of the gun to about the 40-yard line. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's Jackson. He shakes him off, trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Able to find his man, Woods. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Robbie Anderson. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call a no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Jackson looking to throw on third. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They find some open field here. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. They've done a good job of holding him down in the first half, but he explodes for a big one right there.
Yeah, I got an image in my head of him being surrounded by a bunch of people, really, with ropes and other things trying to keep him locked in. But eventually they got tired too. And just as you noted, he broke out.
And it's a guy that usually you can only keep down for so long. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now Jackson on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That'll give them 8 that time. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
They go play action with Jackson. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Colts 27, Ravens 24. Justin Tucker to kick off the ball.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick six on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They're going to look to throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 67 yards. And the Colts use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Touchdown. Here's Gay to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set them back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Jackson. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Jackson now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost it forever. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Throwing is Jackson. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Devin Duvernay
26 yards.
And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Taylor. And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
108 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now back to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Robbie Anderson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Colts are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th-quarter advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And he'll just get rid of it. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And he's out right at the 25. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL?
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick 6 from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is of all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Colts,
they continue to show they're playoff ready as they move to 13-3 with 1 game remaining.
Harder than I ever been. Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps